If you like incredible scenery, fun city activities and cycling adventures, then you've come to the right place. Join me as I embark on an 8-day bikepacking trip across the heart of the Alps, where I start in Austria, cycle through the 6th smallest country in the world of Liechtenstein, and end in Switzerland, where I navigate through epic mountains, beautiful lakes and several amazing destinations such as Lucerne with its colourful old town, the country's capital of Bern, the picture postcard village of Lauterbrunnen and Zurich with its huge lake. It's easy to see why it's now one of my new favourite countries. So, welcome to Innsbruck. Hopefully my bike is all in one piece. I put it in a bike bag this time rather than a bike box because I got a bike box and it didn't fit, and I thought once I get to Zurich I'll already have a bike bag and it will be pretty simple to take it to the airport there. I've covered it in those HelloFresh like foam things, which are, by the way, amazing if you've got them for extra padding. Let's just hope it all goes back together in one piece. Right, here we go. I've just left the airport. I've got a slight issue with my pedal in the fact that there's a part that's broken, although I don't think it's going to affect me, hopefully, although I haven't gone into the biggest cog yet, so we'll find out. Basically one of the bits of plastic has snapped, but it's amazing scenery. I don't know if you can see the mountains in the background. It's pretty damn hot. It's about probably 30 degrees. My back brake also has given me a bit of jip, so I just needed to get out there, so I'm running without a back brake at the moment. At least I've got a front one. And look, straight on to a nice cycle path. How nice is this? Airport just there. I'll show you what's happened to my chain guard. It's come loose there, look, the screws have come out, this bit snapped. It must have been bashed in the bag on the flight, annoyingly. So maybe those HelloFresh things aren't as good as I thought, or just a bag isn't the way to go. But yeah, I've put a cable tie around it for now. I'm hoping it's just a protective thing and it should be alright, because that is the main thing. So fingers crossed it'll be alright. And I need to sort that out. I'm running on front brakes at the moment, which I need to sort out because it's rubbing. So I'll tell you what I'm doing today. I've got about a 75-kilometre ride, so about 4 or 5 hours till I get to the campsite. Bit of a chilled day. I'm just gonna hope it's pretty flat, although I think there are some steep bits. I do need to get these brakes sorted. It's pretty beautiful. We've got mountains, cornfields around me, straight from the get-go, and I'm on a beautiful cycle path. So it's a real nice treat, although there is a motorway just there, but hopefully I'll lose that in a sec. So I've only been riding for about 15 minutes and I've already come across a fresh cold drinking water spot and a little maintenance area. So I've fixed my back brake and I've pumped up my tyres, so I should be good to go now. So I'm happy that's done. Whew. Oh, that feels better on my bike. Brakes all sorted and it's running smoothly now, so that's good. And the pedal doesn't seem to be an issue, so happy about that. But yeah, west is not going east this time. West is heading west. I visited Innsbruck a few years ago, so I'm going to skip that and head west. The plan is to make my way to Liechtenstein, a country I've not been to. There's only 3 countries left in Europe I've not visited, and Liechtenstein is one of them. So the other 2 are Cyprus and Russia. So excited to see that. And yeah, I've got a relatively short day today and a long day tomorrow. Then they're all sort of relatively short days, and I've got a few days off here and there. And I'll show you what Switzerland has to offer. But at the moment, how beautiful is this? Hour-and-a-half ride, flight even. And I'm in the mountains, cycling in the Austrian Alps. Crazy to think I was lugging my extremely heavy bike bag to the train station this morning. It's good to be out there. There's a nectarine or a peach tree I don't even like them, but gotta be nice straight off the tree surely. And I need the energy because I've got no food yet. I'm gonna have to find a Lidl or something later. I think there's plenty around. Need to get a gas stove as well. That is nice. Turns out I do like peaches or nectarines, especially when it's hot and I need the energy. Right, so I've got about 2.5 to 3 hours to the campsite. It's so hot, must be over 30. Stop by this river to cool down. It's really beautiful, mountains everywhere, but I am following like a highway for most of it. I guess that's the only way through the mountains unless you do ziggy-zaggy over the top. And this is all the food I've got at the moment. A nice chunk of cheddar cheese and a few Haribo. So I do need to get some proper food soon. So I am starting to get a little bit tired. Not gonna lie, I'm struggling. I've done about 32 miles, so not that much. It's just incredibly hot. I've been on an incline for quite a while and I'm just running low on energy. I probably should have stopped at those supermarkets I saw earlier. You always just think, oh, I'll go to the next one. But the views are pretty good for that. Beautiful downhill and beautiful scenery, look at that. So nice. About 8k away now. Got all the little huts on the left. Big motor on your right, ruining it. It's 6:54 p.m. I've ridden 58 miles and here I am at Camp in Riffler. And look, there's a Lidl behind it. Let's hope they've got some space for me. I reckon they will.
If you don't mind,
yeah,
if you can place it more to the bikes.
Yeah, that'd be great, anything.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I think that's just...
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I've managed to be quite jammy with this campsite. It's a really small campsite, probably the smallest I've ever been in. There's loads of bike packers, but I managed to get the last little slither of grass. So that was lucky. I think it's about 17 or 18 euros. But yeah, today was hard. It was so hot, it was hilly at times, and the lack of food. The only food I've eaten is the Boots meal deal I had at the airport, a bit of cheese and then some Haribo, so I am ready for some food. And look, those Hello Fresh phone things come in handy for cushioning as well. Good little setup here. You got a key and a lock, and inside here you got an electrical charging bit. And you got a wasp nest, some weird spider thing, and some other creepy crawly guarding it. But yes, pretty handy. So this section is where all the bikers and hikers are. There's my tent, and this bit is for all the camper vans and automobiles and motorbikes and stuff. And check out this little Vespa type thing. I really like how they've got the red leaf panniers on the back there. Not sure what it is, or Vespa or something. So frustratingly, the Lidl I was counting on is closed. It's shut about 7 p.m. The good news is there's a little pizza takeaway shop just here, so I can get a nice pizza. I don't have to cook. I'll go to Lidl in the morning. There you go, look. That'll do. Good morning. It's another hot one. Left my campsite about 9 a.m. this morning. Slept pretty well. I discovered if I don't inflate my mattress up fully, it's actually a bit more comfy. Anyway, today I'm off to try and get to Liechtenstein or possibly on the border. But the guy in the campsite told me there's a landslide on the road ahead. So once I get to St. Anton, I have to pay €7, put my bike on a shuttle and go to St. Christoph, I think it is. So a small section I can't ride because the road's shut. As is the road I'm on right now. About a kilometre behind me, it was all cordoned off. And I asked the road worker guy's like, can I come through? And it was like, yeah, you have to zigzag a bit through the bollards, but it's good. So I'm on a completely empty road, thank goodness, because this is the only cyclable road to get to Liechtenstein, I think. These are the barriers I have to contend with. A bit annoying because I have to either go under or maybe go around. Maybe, oh yeah, go under. Just started to rain and it's pretty windy. It's a lot cooler than yesterday. I think it's because I'm high up in the mountains, so it's a bit more changeable weather. I'm just coming into St Anton, about 3 kilometers to go, but yeah, the view's pretty nice. Got those nice shepherd's huts and a lot more clouds there. It's just before 12 and I've made it to the bit where I need to get the bike taxi from. There's a number here to call, although I'm not sure my phone will work, so I may just have to sit here and wait. But it's under a cable car, look. I don't know if you can see that. Hi, do you speak English? Am I able to get your bike taxi service, please? The bike's all secure, it's €7. Got a man from Bosnia driving me. How far is it? What's the distance?
To the St. Christoph you go.
Yeah.
St. Christoph is 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay, cool.
Yeah, here we go.
That was good. That saved me a lot of uphill cycling. There was some pretty sketchy tunnels and stuff, so that's obviously why I couldn't cycle it. There's the taxi driver just there, look. It's very high up, very cold and quite windy and very cloudy. But now I've got a 64k ride to a campsite, the closest campsite, see how I get on there, and I may stop or I may carry on into Liechtenstein and get a campsite there, but I'll just play it by ear. Oh, it's cold. I just stopped under a ski lift. Oh, that was so cold coming down that downhill, and it really was chucking it down the rain. Thank goodness this is here, because I was struggling a bit, it was so cold. Some really loud thunder I just heard just there, so hopefully it's just a passing shower. So I fancy riding this the rest of the day. I'm going to stop and have some food now, and hopefully I can crack on in dry weather. Sardines in tomato sauce. Anything tastes good when you've been cycling all day. All the protein as well. Yeah, that thunder. The rain has died down quite a lot, so that's good. There's a good chance to have some food. Looks pretty clear in the distance, so I think I'll be all right. It's a bit cold though. Got some switchbacks now. Look at that for a view! Woohoo! Boy, am I glad I'm going down these switchbacks than going up them. This would not be fun going up. can't go in here. Whoops, I didn't see that sign until the last second, so I entered it and then had to cross the road to get back on this cycle path. Hello cows! There's some insanely high mountains around me. Some pretty cool waterfalls as well. Woo! So I've just called a campsite to make a reservation. It's about 24 kilometers away. Hang on, where am I going? This way. Yeah, it's about 24 kilometers away, so it means I should get there by 4. So quite an easy day today. That bike taxi I think helped me quite a lot because it cut out a lot of the steep uphill climbs. I was going to push on to another campsite, but in the reviews it said there was a church bell that rang like every 15 minutes, especially at 6 AM, so didn't fancy that. So not going to Liechtenstein today. That'll be tomorrow morning because it's right on the border. You could probably walk to it, this campsite, to Liechtenstein. But look at this scenery. I know I keep saying it. Thank you. Thank you. Just riding into the town where my campsite is. I'm only 3.5 kilometers away. It looks really nice. Lots of oldie worldy buildings. Typically Austrian. I must say today's ride has been pretty nice. Ever since that bit after the bike taxi, it's just been downhill pretty much. Beautiful cycle paths. Look at this. Same about the building work to my right. Making a racket. And here I am, 58 miles ridden today. It's now 4:41 and I'm at Camping in Feldkirch. And this is my section by the football pitch. Another small plot. I guess I'll go over here. So I decided to move and put my tent in the corner. There was too many people over there that looked like they snored, so I feel quite cool in this corner. Done my washing, and I also have been for a little swim. They've got a really nice swimming pool that's included in the campsite. So that was nice, and now I'm just gonna cook some food and chill the rest of the evening. So I'll see you tomorrow. Guten Morgen, just gone 9 o'clock, a little bit rainy today, and the plan is to ride into Liechtenstein, which is imminently soon, and then into Switzerland. Liechtenstein's a very small country, so I shouldn't be in it for very long, and I've got quite a long ride today. The plan is to get to Lucerne, but whether I'll make it, I don't know. Look at this view. And I'm now entering Liechtenstein. Well, I think I am. There's the sign anyway. Look, there's some toll there, which I'll go through shortly. Just gonna get a picture with the sign. Not sure if I've got to show my passport or anything. I wouldn't have thought so. There's no one here. There was a guard a second ago. Guess I just cycled through. Piece of quiche. And just like that, I'm in Liechtenstein. Welcome to Liechtenstein! 2 more countries left and then I've completed Europe. Some facts about Liechtenstein. It's the 6th smallest country in the world. The royal family have a net worth of $7.5 billion and there's a population of 40,000 people. So there you have it. What an epic view! So I basically just follow this cycle path for the next 5k. Once I cross that river there, I'm in Switzerland. I've only been in Liechtenstein for about 15 minutes. So it's a whistle stop tour. And then once I cross that river, I'm in a whole new country. So I'm just crossing the River Rhine. And in 45 minutes, I've practically covered half the distance of the country. And I'm now about to enter Switzerland, my 3rd country on this trip. Switzerland, baby! Liechtenstein, Schweiz. I'm now in Switzerland. Ah, bloody path's closed, isn't it? Got to go back into Liechtenstein. I literally been in Switzerland for 2 minutes. Look, there's the bridge I just crossed. I'm back, Liechtenstein. Did you miss me? Back into Switzerland. And I'm back on track again in Switzerland. And it's just started to chuck it down in rain. Hello, Liechtenstein. And I can just make out what I think is the Liechtenstein royal family's house. Just there. So I've sneaked back into Liechtenstein one last time. Pretty epic castle right there, which I'm about to drone over. So it appears Switzerland isn't included in my giffgaff data package on my mobile phone, annoyingly. I think I've just rinsed all my data. I've got to try and find some Wi-Fi now because I don't have navigation on my map anymore because I turned it off to see if it was just a glitch. But no, things could be a little bit tricky if I can't find Wi-Fi. Okay, so I just stopped in this bike shop behind me so I could use their Wi-Fi to download an offline map, so that's good. And apparently wild camping is legal in Switzerland, so that could be pretty useful if I can't get hold of any campsites by phone. Where am I going? Boy, do I need this. So frustratingly, offline maps only seems to work with cars and not cycle routes. So from now on, I'm gonna have to find Wi-Fi every time I need new directions, frustratingly, unless I can find a SIM card from somewhere. So I'm in the picturesque town of Flume and I'm totally free cycling. Maps has disappeared, so I'm kind of just going on my instincts at the moment. Not ideal, but we'll see where we end up. I'm on the right track. I know if I follow this lake and then there's another lake after this one, I'm going the right way. Should be pretty easy just following along the side. But there's a campsite just there, look. Got a nice beach, it was very tempting, but it's just too early on in the day, and if I want to see the places I want to see, I need to crack on. But yeah, the scenery is amazing. Look at the clouds. Diving board was calling me. It'd be crazy to cycle past here and not go for a little swim, eh? That's higher than it looks. So the lake to the right of me is called Lake Walensee, I think. And this path is amazing. So picturesque. Ooh, I was changing gears, sorry. So picturesque, pretty simple cycle paths. I mean, I'm not even following a map really, and I'm just sticking along the side of it, and it's pretty simple. But yeah, there's little beaches to chill on, and I mean, look at the mountains around it. Epic or what? Woo! Woo! It's got to be done. This tunnel is dark. It's kind of spooky. If these lights weren't here, it would be absolutely pitch black. Wow, this is amazing. I just went to a supermarket to get some food for this evening. And boy, Switzerland's expensive. Probably the most expensive country I've ever been to, even top Scandinavia. But I got a bit of food, and I also managed to get on their Wi-Fi. So I've downloaded maps.me.com, an app that hopefully can work on offline, so I can sort of navigate through Switzerland. So mainly for the sake of my girlfriend, who didn't know you could do this, and to be fair, I didn't know you could do this until I did my first bikepacking trip. But you can eat sweet corn picked from the field, just like this, raw. It tastes pretty good. I don't normally like sweet corn normally, but like this, it's alright. I've been doing some killer climbs for the past hour or so, literally just going through housing estates. Some pretty nice houses, to be fair. A lot of rich people around here, overlooking Lake Zurich. I've got to flatten out soon. So I'm just cycling through farmland at the moment. It's 7:15. I'm 46 kilometers away from Lucerne, and I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to start looking for somewhere to camp soon. So it's just gone 7:30 and I found this spot. I'm kind of crashing these guys' party, but I don't think they're staying that long. They're just having a barbecue and then going. But look how beautiful it is here. It's like Teletubby world or something. I hope the GoPro does this justice. The light's amazing, and it's just like rolling hills with little trees perched on top. Look at this for a camping spot. I honestly think this is one of my favourite camp spots I've ever had. Up there, top three I'd say. So I'm pretty chuffed. Today has been epic. I've cycled 3 countries. I'm shattered, didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm pretty amazed I got this far. And I've pitched just up there. I've come down here to chat because I didn't want to interrupt them. I gave them one of the sweet corns that I pinched earlier. It's like a goodwill gesture, and I did ask if I could camp there and they were cool with it. So yeah, feeling pretty jammy right now. So here's my setup for tonight. Pretty nice, I'd say. There's even a water fountain somewhere to cook my food, which I don't really have, but the kind people did just give me a sausage, so that was nice. How nice is this? Those guys have just brought over a sausage, 3 carrots and some cheese, which I really do need. So thank you very much. And now it's just me. Those guys have just left. I've got some bolognese cooking on the barbie. There's the water fountain, which I may have a cheeky little wash in later. They even left me some cherries. How kind is that? Switzerland, you're coming up tramps. And there's my campsite just over there, look. Slightly concerned that the noise of the cowbells might keep me up all night though. So the cows went to bed at about 2 AM, but apart from that, honestly one of my favourite campsites. I really enjoyed last night and this morning. So it's about 9:30 and I've got about a 40k ride to Lucerne, where I'm probably just gonna chill for most of the day, and then this afternoon I'll crack on towards Lauterbrunnen, or however you say it. Apologies for mispronunciation there. It's gonna be a good day, I think. That is a lot of gnomes. Even goes around here as well, look. Just cycling along and just saw this in an allotment. Absolutely loving today. It's beautiful cycling weather, not too hot, blue skies. So the lake behind me, you might just be able to see it, it's Lake Zugersee. And I'm about an hour away from Lucerne now. Been a lovely cycle today. Really beautiful cycle paths, and I want to give you a little fact about Switzerland because I forgot to do that. So Switzerland is one of 2 countries that has a flag which isn't rectangular. The other is Nepal, which has kind of like 2 triangles on top of one another. I think that's right anyway. Look. You can hear by the bells that it's midday and I'm just arriving in Lucerne. Should be in the centre pretty soon. Just entering what looks like the old town. Just need to find somewhere to park my bike now, and then I'll go for a little explore. Wow. On first impressions, Lucerne looks really nice. This is where I've locked my bike up. I've got my valuables in my bag on my back. It appears people in Switzerland don't actually lock their bikes or anything. And some of these bikes aren't even locked. Switzerland is meant to be one of the safest countries in Europe after all. So I'm confident I'll be there when I get back. And if they want to nick my smelly clothes, then they're just weird. All right, let's go and explore. Still all here. Now let's head towards Lauterbrunnen. So I'm just leaving Lucerne, a nice city, quite touristy though. I was only there for a couple of hours. And now I've got 88k to get to Lauterbrunnen, but I'll probably wild camp before then and get there tomorrow. Hopefully I can find a spot as nice as last night. Another steep hill. Look at these views. I'm on a horrible bit of road. Remember a couple of days ago when I was in Austria, I was coming down all those switchbacks. Well, this is basically the same, except I'm going up and I'm also holding up a lot of traffic. God. Well, that was horrible, and it didn't feel safe whatsoever. But I don't know if there's any other way through here, but it did lead to this, and I might go for a little swim on that pontoon down there. Look. Saw this spot from up on the cycle path up there. No camping, this would have been perfect. Look at that. Just over there would have been good. I guess I'll crack on and see if I can find somewhere better. What's crazy about Switzerland is that if you want to have a barbecue, they supply the logs for you. In England, you'd have to pay for that. But people just enjoying their barbecues. It's kind of like Sims, Switzerland. Everything's just perfect. Everybody's just doing their thing, all in their perfect way, in this perfect scenery. I've got some serious climbing to do. Don't know if you can see, but basically I've got to follow that ridge up there. I've got to get up there. Oh man, at least it's quiet. Absolute killer. It's one hell of a climb, but it's also one hell of a view. But I don't even think I'm halfway yet. This looks like this could be coming up to the downhill. I really hope so. I don't like it. Now I've got the downhill. Oh yeah. I'm currently cycling through the town of Brienz, and the lake to my left is Lake Brienz. It's 7:45. That was a fun downhill, by the way. But now I need to find a camp spot, hopefully by the lake, with a nice view and a little access point into the lake so I can go for a swim. Annoyingly, all these little spots by the lake have no camping signs on them. I'm struggling to find somewhere that would be good. Hopefully in a second there'll be maybe like this little patch of forest might be good. Okay, so it's not right on the lakefront, but the view isn't too bad. I found my spot for tonight. Morning world. What another nice day it is. And morning slug. Good morning. I am lucking out with this weather. So the plan for this morning, I think I'm gonna go down to the lakeside, go for a little swim and have my breakfast down there. It's 7:35. I made a lot of ground yesterday, so I'm only 23k away from Lauterbrunnen. So chilled morning. I think I'll try and get a campsite tonight. I need a wash, I need to clean my clothes and charge some things to be good. So yeah, just have a bit of a chill day today, I think. Look at the sky, not a cloud in it. So I didn't manage to get to the lake, unfortunately, and I haven't had breakfast yet, but there's a river up here, so hopefully I'll sit by there and have some brekkie. Just under an hour away to Lauterbrunnen, 11k, and there's snow-capped mountains in the distance, so I'm excited to get there. This looks like the perfect spot for brekkie and a cup of coffee. How beautiful is that? It's 10:30 and welcome to Lauterbrunnen. It's really pretty, paragliders in the sky, and there's the famous waterfall, which you probably can't see yet because it's on my GoPro, but I'm sure I'll show you it better in a sec. You might just be able to make it out, but there's the waterfall just there. And there it is, look. Staubbach Falls, I think it's called. And good toilet facilities, by the way. Now let's find the campsite. Found a campsite. It's directly at the foot of the waterfall, look. Don't know if I've got any space. I have no idea how much it costs, considering the location. But there are a few dotted around. Campsites, that is. So I'll go and see what it has to offer. So I was a little bit too keen. It doesn't open until 1 PM. They do have space and it's £31. So in the meantime, I'm going to go and check out the other campsites to see if they've got space whilst I've got a few hours to kill. Whee. I can see the campsite to my left. Pretty epic view. It's a little bit further away from the main town, but probably about 20-minute walk or 5-minute cycle. Don't know if you can see on the GoPro, but there's 2 paragliders coming down through the valley right now, just circling. And this is the campsite. See what they've got to offer. Is this it? I think so. Hello. Is the reception? Do you have any availability? Just one night, me and my bike. So good news, they've got availability and it's 20 francs and that's with electricity, so that's about £19, so that's pretty good. I'm a little bit early, it's 11:30 and I'm just waiting for other people to move off my pitch and then I can camp up. So I'm pretty happy with this spot, it's really quiet, there's going to be no snorers. I've got all my electrical stuff charging here so I can get to Zurich without the worry of my batteries dying out. Got a little vegetable patch and I'm going to go and have a wash now and clean all my clothes because I am pretty stinky. So I'm all clean, clothes all washed, all pitched up as well, and now I'm going to go and have a little explore. I'm going to go left first because there's some pretty nice looking waterfalls this way, and then I'm going to go back to Lauterbrunnen and check out there. I also need to get out some cash because this campsite only takes cash, unfortunately. This is Staubbach Falls, which is further down the path from Lauterbrunnen. I might not drone here because there's cables, as you can see. There's paragliders everywhere. There's one coming in just now. And there's a helicopter pad. So I might not risk it. Wouldn't want to kill someone. And they've got a cable car here, look. I've only just seen that. Switzerland is so Swiss. I know it's weird to say, but everything just is stereotypically Swiss. I just want to show you this as well. A lot of the houses have these things on it, basically to announce when a baby is born. This one's relatively new, but some of them date back quite a long time ago. So I'm now at the cable car. If you want to go to the very top, which is 2,970 meters, it's 1,108 francs, which I think is about £100, which seems mental. I mean, there are cheaper options lower down, but I've been on a lot of ski trips before, so I've been up a lot of mountains, so I'm going to sit this one out. But they did film James Bond up there. Okay, so I'm not doing the cable car, but I am doing the waterfalls inside a mountain or something. It was 15 francs, so about £14, and it involves going in a lift, which I think is that. Apparently there's 10 glacier waterfalls up inside this, up there, look, that are illuminated. Glacier waterfalls, and they're the only ones in Europe that are accessible inside a mountain apparently. That is slightly terrifying. That's a lot of water going down there. Very windy as well. I guess it's all the power of the waterfalls. And I'm told I'm about to get very wet. So loud. I'm getting very wet. I enjoyed that. It was just the sound and the power of it all was quite thrilling. So I'm now back at the Staubbach waterfall, which is the first waterfall I saw this morning. It looks like you can climb up here and sort of go underneath it, but a little tip for you, if you want to see it in the sunlight, view it in the morning, because in the afternoon the sun goes behind this mountain and it's in the shade. There's a bit of a queue at the moment. I guess everyone's getting their photograph or video and we're waiting. Doesn't seem to be moving that far. I think I've actually waited for less time to get on the Nemesis Alpen Towers than I have to see this waterfall. But at least the scenery is nice.
Yes.
It's a little bit of an anticlimax, as this is as far as you can go and you can't really see the waterfall. Down I go. That was worth the 45-minute wait. Back to the campsite now for a relaxed evening, maybe a little stroll later. Good morning, it's about 20 to 9 and I've got about a 40-mile ride to the capital today of Bern. The plan is to camp just on the outskirts and then tomorrow check out Bern, and then I've got my last full day before I reach Zurich. But yeah, Lauterbrunnen has been really good, quite touristy but really beautiful with all the waterfalls and stuff. There's a waterfall there, look, I don't know if you can see it. The sun hasn't fully risen over the mountains yet, so it's the valley is still in the shade quite a bit. But yeah, really enjoyed here. I've seen a lot of log piles in my time, but this is probably the biggest. So remember I had that issue with the chain guard thing at the start of the trip. Well, I just had a big crunch and it's kind of fully come off now. So I'm hoping there's nothing a cable tie can't fix. See that? See, I knew these cable ties would come in handy. I found them on the floor just before I left. I put one on each little bit here, look. And yeah, cable ties have saved me in a few situations before when things have broke. My bike is running smoothly again. I've got Lake Funessy to my left. It's so blue. Hopefully I can find a little place to go for a swim in a bit. Currently cycling for a place called Thun. It's got a pretty amazing castle, which I'll hope to show you in a bit. Don't really know where I'm going. There you go, look, there's the castle. Ferris wheel, people swimming in the river. Little cafes and bars. Hotel Krone. Setting up for a gig or something. The Swiss love a Swiss flag. They're everywhere. Been kind of following this cycle path number 8 since I left the lake. It's a good job and all because my GPS on my phone is just not working, so I'm kind of just relying on these cycle paths for now. But I'm out of the mountains now. It's very flat, lots of farmland. It's incredibly hot again and I'm about 20k away from Bern. I'll probably just spend a couple of hours there, check it out, and then carry on and then find somewhere to wild camp. All the supermarkets are shut because it's a Sunday, so I've run out of food completely. I'm hoping I can pick something up in the city. It's 3:20 and I've just arrived into Bern. Look what I've been greeted with. Loads of people drifting down the river. I have no idea what it's for. Or if it's like a regular thing, I doubt it. But pretty cool to see. It's crazy how busy it is. It must be some type of event. As I was cycling into Bern, there was nothing open. All the shops were shut. It was actually like a ghost town. I was a bit concerned whether I'd get food or not. But this bodes well that things will be open. Crazy. Kind of want to have a go. Okay, I just stopped to speak to someone about a campsite and what that river thing's all about. Apparently they do it all the time because it's hot. If it's hot, they'll do it. So that's pretty cool. So there's a campsite up here. I'm hoping they've got space. So then maybe I can do the river thing and at least I can check out the city get some food and be sorted for tomorrow. It had space. It was £22 a night, so a little bit more pricey than the others, but I need it because it's crazy hot. There's nothing open. At least I can get food for tomorrow, and I can do that little river, swim down the river thing, which would be cool. And I can just camp anywhere in here in the shade, I think. Here's my camp spot, look, right next to the river where everyone's floating down. It's so hot, I'm gonna go and join them now. I'm not gonna take my GoPro though, because it'll just be a faff. And I think it's a 15-minute walk back from the end point, and I'll come back, then go back into town and get some food. So that was definitely one of the more crazy ways I've ever entered a city. So I did it, you go in and you basically float down the river for probably about a mile. It's really cool, a really strong current, so I didn't take my GoPro out of fear of losing it. But yeah, really good fun. And now I'm walking into town and I'll show you some bits along the way of the people enjoying themselves on the river. So I heard one guy say, "I love my city, this is the most crazy I've ever seen it." So he said it in that accent, by the way, I wasn't putting it on. So I'm guessing it's the busiest he's seen it. So it's pretty cool to arrive on a day where it is so mental. Hey.
Jetzt.
That's the bridge I was at earlier. And this is where all the swimmers arrive. They go under this tunnel. Get out here, look. Oh, you didn't think I'd come and not show you with the GoPro, did you? Of course I wouldn't. I've just left my bag with a lady up there who looked very honest, so hopefully it's still there when I get back. And it's a lot less current this side, this end, so should I say. That was the hardest bit, trying to get out, and there's two other people there. What an unusual but amazing thing for a city to have. And I went in towards the end because I knew the current was a lot less there. If I'd gone in towards my campsite, which is the very start, the current was really strong and I would have worried that I'd let go of my GoPro. But now I'm going to go into the city and finally get some food. I'm so hungry. This is where all the inflatables come in, or getting deflated, or perhaps going for another round, like these guys. Every 10 seconds this building squirts out water. I have no idea why, but check this out. Ah, got me. Well, it's only been a short visit to Bern, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and the city is really beautiful as well. Switzerland is potentially becoming my #1 country, maybe. Anyway, last full day tomorrow, where I'm cycling off to Zurich, so I'll see you tomorrow. Right, look at that cloud. Good morning, it's 9:15, and there was a huge lightning storm last night. So it's feeling a little bit more fresh today, a little less muggy. I've got an 83-mile ride to Zurich today, so a long one, but I doubt I'll make it the whole way. I'll just see how far I can get. So my phone has totally lost the ability to know where it is with the GPS. It just doesn't work. Luckily, there's a road, #1 road, B road, that I'm pretty sure leads all the way to Zurich. I haven't even been following my maps, I've just been staying on this road. It's actually pretty great, I'm making great time and great distance. Super smooth roads, a bit busy, but it's getting me there, and I'm quite enjoying it actually. It's 4:45 and I don't know how I managed it, but I managed to arrive in Zurich. I am cooked. It was incredibly hot actually, so my plan is to go for a little dip now and then head towards Lake Zurich, where I know there's a campsite, but I plan to wild camp if I can, but at least the campsite is a fallback if I can't find any spots near this one. It appears they do the float down the river thing here in Zurich as well, but the river just isn't as flowing as fast. There's a lot less people as well. There's Lake Zurich to my left. Actually feels hotter than when I cycled in France, when it was recorded the hottest day ever on record in France. I'm not even joking. So it looks like there's nowhere to wild camp, so I've come to this campsite. I really hope we've got space, otherwise not sure what I'll do. Right on the lakeside though. I'm sure they can fit me in a small tent. They had space, yes! It's 20 francs a night, so a little bit cheaper than the one I stayed at in Bern. And I think this is the area where I can camp. It's pretty busy. Very close to the lake though. It is a Rama Jam. All the lake spots are taken. I guess I'm just going to have to go in the middle somewhere. A bit annoying, but it's what it is. I guess here will do. I am done in. I reckon I've cycled about 90 miles today in incredibly hot heat. I think I might just sit here for the next hour and muster up the enthusiasm to pitch my tent. I found a little spot under this tree with a view of the lake. I'm sure I've annoyed my neighbours by moving here, but it's my last night and I can't be having a crummy camp spot on my last night. I've got the view, got the sound of the waves lapping on the shore, although that will probably do my head in knowing me. Right, let's go for a swim. Got some swanky guests staying at this campsite. Ferrari there, look. Porsche 911. Another Porsche 911. GTS. A very nice BMW bike and a Range Rover. Mercedes, BMW. Woohoo. Got a Porsche Targa and another Porsche next to it. So those fancy cars weren't for my campsite. There's a fancy lakeside restaurant next to my campsite, which seems quite posh. Back to my tent and push bike then, I guess. Just chopped up my tomatoes with my trusty Swiss Army knife. Lasagna for dinner with a view. See you tomorrow for my last day. Good morning, 10 AM, another crazy lightning storm last night. I'm just cycling into the city centre to go and check it out. I'm also meeting a friend of mine called Tom, who I met when I was travelling through Thailand when I was 23. I've not seen him since I went to a bee festival about when I was 24, so that'd be cool to see him. And then my flight tonight is at 9:15. I'll cycle there from the city, it's about 10k out, and then that'll be the end of my trip. So I just want to introduce you to my friend Tom. He's from Switzerland, and we met how many years ago? 18 years ago in Thailand, isn't it? So this is my last little cycle. Got Zurich airport to my left. Slightly freaking out that there was two airports because I saw another sign for one. It was quite an easy ride from the city centre, about 11k, took about 40 minutes. I just hope finding the entrance to the airport's easy. It's never nice cycling around airports when you don't have sat-nav. Here we go, look, I made it. Flughafen Zurich Airport. Okay, so now for the awkward bit, getting my bike into the bike bag. That wasn't easy, but I done it. It's really hard when the bike is that little bit too big for the bag, but hopefully it will go through and everything will be alright. Hope you enjoyed this little adventure. I certainly did. Switzerland was amazing, exceeded my expectations with the beauty. Incredibly hot, very expensive. Liechtenstein was nice, rained that day so it wasn't hot that day, but only saw it for a few hours. And Austria was also nice, but yeah, didn't really get to see much of that. But yeah, I'd say cycle touring or bike packing, the only way I can really describe it, if you've ever been to Glastonbury, 1 minute you absolutely are having the best time of your life and it's incredible, next minute you hate it and you just want to go home. And then you get over it and then you're back to having the best time of your life again. That's what bike packing is like for me anyway. Anyway, I'll wrap this up here. I hope you enjoyed this video and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!